Jewel from DeFi Kingdoms could be the next cryptocurrency to leave the Web3 gaming movement. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Jewel cryptocurrency, the massive rally it's been on DeFi Kingdoms, and we're going to be doing a big breakdown into it, and we're just going to hop straight into it. As you can see here, the Jewel token is up 53% on the day. It's almost approaching 60 cents in the past 7 days. It's been up almost 350% in the past month. It's been up over 433%, and I think a lot of people are still sleeping on this a ton. Now let's head to our first thing, and the first thing we're talking about is the fact that a day ago, I made a video talking about the Jewel token, and take a look at that. It was just at 27 cents when I made that video, and since then the price is, almost doubled. I think it's, I'm terrible at math, but it's very close. No, it's more than doubled since then, which is really cool. And in this video, I made a prediction that actually came true. So in the video, I was going over, and we're going to talk about it today in this video, how DeFi Kingdoms has a lot of influencers that, are interested in the project. And one of those influencers is a really big one named Ansem. And Ansem, I predicted, and I'm about to show you the clip, Ansem tweeted out, bought Jewel for the first time since 2021. He tweeted that out at 2:50 a.m. Eastern time this morning. And Ansem, if you don't know, he has over 130,000 followers on crypto Twitter. And those are very, very engaged followers. Some people have followers and they're not that engaged. It's not necessarily about how many people follow you, but how many people are actually engaging with you. And he has a super engaged and very active community. And he just tweeted out, bought Jewel for the first time since 2021. And last video, I predicted it. And let me just roll the clip for you guys because, just take a look at this. I'm going to make a prediction here. I think Ansem is going to jump back in to Jewel. I think he's going to start shilling Jewel again at some point. I'm going to make a prediction here. As you hear, I predicted it correct. I, said that I think Ansem's going to come back shilling Jewel. And the reason why I said this was he quote tweeted a tweet talking about how it would be so funny if Jewel made a return to the all-time high. And he's always talking about Bonk and a couple other meme coins. So I'm like, yeah, he's probably going to hop back into Jewel. I mean, Jewel's fucking awesome. The game's sick. The tokenomics are sick, which we're going to get into. And why not send it back to the all-time high? And the reason why he's kind of, saying it's kind of a meme or whatever, blah, 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 is because basically at the end of 2022, post, the last bull market ended November 2021, but a couple months after that, the DeFi Kingdoms token was basically, the new token, the new hot token on crypto Twitter, and it got pumped to a very high valuation, up to like a $2 billion, $3 billion market cap. And then there was an attack, obviously with the bear market, the token came down, and then it pumped a little bit more, and then the Harmony bridge, Harmony got completely exploited, and this thing got absolutely crushed. But, really tokens getting crushed happens to a ton of tokens in the bear market, and now it's starting to make that move up. So people are saying, hey, wouldn't it be funny if the Jewel token went back to the all-time highs? Because a lot of people got mad when the price went down. But at the end of the day, that was really out of the DeFi Kingdoms team's hands. I mean, it's not like they're the fucking Harmony blockchain. It was just an unfortunate event, and, they've continued the build. And I think this thing, people are going to call me crazy, but I think the Jewel token could possibly, not financial advice, do your own research, could possibly reach and break its all-time high. And I'm going to go into it and I'm going to talk about it a little bit. But now let's move on from that. So, take a look at this. If you guys, it's the first time, seeing the Jewel token in DeFi Kingdoms, this is the DeFi Kingdoms Twitter. And, this is based on a game called, the Jewel token is a part of the game called DeFi Kingdoms. They have over 114,000 followers on Twitter, and they now also have their own blockchain called the DFK chain, which is built on, well, it's not a blockchain, it's an Avalanche subnet as it says here, but it's called the DFK chain, and it's really cool. As it says in their bio, DeFi Kingdoms blockchain is an EVM compatible chain. Really cool stuff. And I put out my first tweet about this when it was actually at 22 cents before I made the videos. And let me just, once again, I'm going to be regurgitating some things from last video because I think there's going to be an influx of new people who are going to be watching this video because the token's pumped a lot now. But I've met the team in real life, and I can tell you they are legit. They are real human beings, and they are hustling and grinding. You talk about activity, you talk about people and teams building in the bear market. These guys have been building in the bear market. They've been building. Take a look at their Twitter, take a look at their Medium, take a look at their docs and everything. They have been putting in work, putting in updates, trying to improve the game, shaking hands, making connections, getting influencers on their team, all that other good stuff. And now it's really starting to pay off. I can tell you this team is legit. I met them in real life. So it's not a bunch of Fugazi bullshit. They are fucking legit. Now let's go to my next thing. I just want to show you guys, my nice meme I made, has nothing to do with really, it says here, Jewel to all-time high. No cost basis, Jewel to all-time high, Jewel to all-time high. I think there's a lot of people who are kind of mad at the Jewel token because they bought the top. And as it says here, no cost basis, basically meaning they're underwater and they're crying about it. And I'm just saying, hey, dust off your old bags, champ. It's time to get the shillin', a little meme fun thing. And Ansem, speaking about influencers, so let me talk about influencers for a little bit. I do not think you should use influencers as a buy/sell signal, but influencers at the end of the day do command attention. And some of the people who follow these influencers look at that and say, hey, I want to buy because of that. That's just the way it is. That's the reality of the situation. And Ansem is now continuing to talk about DeFi Kingdoms, as I predicted, that he's going to end up talking about this thing a lot. You're going to see. I don't know that. I don't, he follows me on Twitter. We follow each other, but I'm not like talking to him about this. I'm pretty sure that, I've kind of like noticed his style and everything. There's a reason why I said he's probably going to end up chilling it. And I think this is going to be a continuous thing of him talking about Jewel. But anyways, take a look at this tweet he just put out. Last time DFK was going up, I didn't have a single soul hating on me on this app. That was right after I told everyone to sell the top and only kept Jewel Gardens positions while it went 100x and everything else died. After that coin nuke, I've had angry DMs every day since. And the truth is, every time influencers talk about a coin, it's pretty bullish most of the time. And also, let me just talk about the DFK team for a little bit. I said this in the last video, but George from Cryptos R Us, if you don't know who that is, you're probably not that into crypto, but he's basically, let me just show you real quick. If we go here, Cryptos R Us. Cryptos R Us is one of the biggest YouTubers, and he has over like 700,000 followers on YouTube, over 200,000 followers on Twitter. He's massive, and he recently became an advisor for Jewel. And take a look at this. I didn't even know this. His latest tweet. In case you're wondering what the F stands for in DFK, it means fuck, I don't have enough. And he's tweeting about Jewel token. Once again, another massive influencer who is talking. He's actually on their team. He's on their team. Okay, guys? And he's talking about Jewel all the time because he's an advisor. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's really good to get attention in the space. It drives a lot of, people thinking. And then take a look at this from Dreamer. This is the president of Kingdom Studios. Saw this comment on Ansem's post about buying Jewel again. Full day, late night, still taking calls, more to be done. Let's go DeFi Kingdoms fan. These dudes have been hustling. They've been hustling, okay? And then take a look at this. Now let's talk about the tokenomics. Which I'm going to be real. I knew they had good tokenomics, but I wasn't that hit. But take a look at this tweet that DeFi Kingdoms just put out like 2 hours ago. Interested in the tokenomics for Jewel? This infographic is the perfect primer prior to jumping into the realm. Always do your own research. And take a look at the Jewel tokenomics, some of the best in the game. 100% minted. 125 million max supply, 122 current total supply, 72 million supply in circulation, 40 million voluntarily time locked by players. Jewel is the gas token for DFK chain. The first Avalanche subnet with over 500 total transactions. Jewel can be used for governance and fee sharing and power ups. So that means Jewel tokens are getting burned, which means the token is deflationary. The token's deflationary. And all of this is a bunch of fancy stuff and all, technical tokenomics, supply, lock, stake, blah, 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 gas fees. I'm just going to keep it a buck. This is bullish. It means these tokenomics, the way the token was designed, they restructured their tokenomics, but the new tokenomic structure of the Jewel token is designed for the price of it to go up. Not financial advice, do your own research. But, tokenomics are a great way to, sort of get the price of the token to pump. And as you can see, the token has been pumping. So it's obviously working out pretty well. And then take a look at this once again. Now let's go through their docs a little bit. Just, a quick overview. We're going to be talking about what they have. So they have some pretty cool stuff. I don't know if we need to go that deep into it, but they have this thing called realms. So as you can see here, DeFi Kingdoms has always been envisioned as a cross-chain game with multiple realms. So they have multiple realms to play in and everything. In my last video, I actually, went in and kind of played around the game. But here are some screenshots for the game if you're curious. People, someone in my comments just talking shit saying, oh, the game's not that good, blah, blah, blah. I think they've done a pretty good. Personally, my favorite types of game, I'm not a big Web3 gaming guy. I'm not a big gaming guy in general at all. But I personally like kind of the open world. You could compare this to kind of RuneScape. So it's kind of a RuneScape type deal where, yeah, and also once again, it's like there's a lot of interesting things. Let's go down to the DeFi Kingdoms blockchain. It talks about that. They have these things called heroes. Through gardening and growing jewel and crystal tokens, you're basically back in the Harmony thing. You're able to basically provide liquidity and you get jewel token, but now that is not a thing anymore. And there's these heroes, basically going step forward than the standard DeFi Kingdoms heroes. NFTs are full RPG characters with star blocks, consumable resource HP, MP, and stamina. So they got NFTs, they got dexes, they got liquidity pools, they got a lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to do a whole review on this. If you guys want this, leave a comment. I'll do it for another video. I kind of just like talking about what's currently happening and talking about why the token's going up, because at the end of the day, we are here for the token going up. You know, when I look at going into a project like a Web3 gaming project, I'm not necessarily looking at it as is the game good? I'm looking at, are there influencers talking about it? How is their marketing? Who's on their team? Are they building? Are they active? What are the tokenomics looking like? Those are the real things that are going to make a token price. Have you ever seen the Man of Decentraland game? If you've never played Man of Decentraland, I made a video where I play the game and it's fucking terrible, and that thing went from 10 cents to $5 last bull market, okay? That game is actually shit, okay? Like, god-awful. Man of Decentraland, the game sucks, but guess what? The token pumps, and you can make money off the token. And we're here to make money off the tokens, okay? And yeah, guys, that's all we got for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. I'm posting daily videos here. And also, go follow me on X right here. That's where I'm most active. Link in the description. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching.